Dutch Republic right now, what are they actually focused on? Exploration ideas, very standard. Trade ideas, very standard. Economic ideas, very interesting as well. They have not picked any of the new ideas like humanist, which can be very interesting for the Dutch Republic, as it does add things like tolerance. Not that you really need it in that particular case, but the quantity ideas is definitely going to play in their hand when it comes to their total army size. They have a manpower pool of 171,000, need 100,000 more, which, you know, at about 2,000 troops a month is really going to be, you know, they can do whatever the hell they want, really. Let's take a look at their army size. They still can add an additional 180, about another 18,000 troops to their army and be just fine. They're not getting any attrition whatsoever. Do they have improved? They just have a couple of they just get a couple of siege attrition here, but nothing that's really worrying for them. This is going to be very... Let's take a look here at... let's say if Holland wants to go and take this territory. Would they be able to? No, they would not. They would need a little bit more because their war score is now at 6. What would be interesting for them to get? What would be interesting from Holland to take? This is a very interesting one. It has 6 base tax. Lüneburg, also 6 base tax. Mecklenburg, not so much, but it does allow you to get entry into the Baltic. 5 base tax. They really want this, though. The prize of their territory. And that's a Lübeck. 12, plus that important center of trade. But that's going to be very expensive for them to take. Let's take a look here at the chat, what you guys are saying. And what people are actually talking about. Let's see here. Ah, wait, aren't AFK players protected from attacks for one session? That's a very interesting question. I think you find that AI joined the war, and they were in a defensive war, which means they are definitely allowed to be partitioned. You're not allowed to do for a full-on attack, which is interesting. It's kind of a, you know, a flaw in the system, but, you know, loopholes are there to be exploited, which is exactly what we're doing. Hamburg is the best one, province. Let's take a look here at Hamburg, actually, how the improvements have, what sort of, let's take a look here. Hamburg, it's +3. No, it's, sorry, that's Lauenburg. Hamburg is +10. Lübeck is slightly better in base tax. Really depends on how well it's developed, though. So if you take a look here at Denmark and how well their stuff is developed. Let's take a look here at counting houses. Yeah, there's counting houses pretty much everywhere, at least in all their major territories like Lübeck and Hamburg. So that's going to definitely improve their ability to do what they need to do. They don't have that many unique buildings, actually. Should probably think about actually constructing those. They do have more than enough money for it. Take a look here at road networks. Yeah, they're only in Lübeck and Hamburg, which is totally to be expected. Hamburg and Lübeck are both completely maxed out in terms of trade, at least at the current technology level. The war is continuing. The French are invading some of this territory. It looks like all of Venice has been completely partitioned. And Grey Gulf is saying, you know what, at least it's a little bit challenging this time. Indeed it is, Grey Gulf. It is definitely challenging when you're about to be completely and utterly partitioned. So let's, for shits and giggles, take a look here. If France wanted to get a bit of territory, actually, let's take a look here at Venice. Actually, they can't actually claim any territories. Let's take a look at the Spanish, if they wanted any territories. Treaties, just releasing nations, really. It would be interesting if we could see Denmark back in the game. That'd be curious. Cardinal game's going just fine. For those people that are wondering, this is currently the religion of the world. It's mostly Protestantism in the world, except for Great Britain and Spain, as well as Portugal, which are currently Catholic. So most of the papal battles are being placed right there, right now, which does mean for a couple of interesting things happening in the conclave. Who's actually the... oh, we're re-hosting. All right, so we're going to go for a quick break. And we'll be right back with you for more play-by-play here, live from our studio in Stockholm. As we're going to need for a quick rehost. I don't know why. It looks like somebody managed to disconnect. But we're going to be right back with you with more action with Europa Universalis 4 live from our studio. And we're going to continue this massive war where Venice is about to be completely and utterly partitioned. We return. Sorry about the slight hiatus there as... we continue. It is the winter of 1698. We're almost in the 18th century almost. My God. Time is flying here in this particular game with almost 121 years to go until the end of the game. And time is really not looking good. Well, history is not looking too good for Denmark right now. There seems to be some pent-up hate towards Wiz at the moment. And that it pretty much is turning into a full-on partitioning of his lands. Now, he's going to come back next week, and he's going to go, the hell? Why have I been completely and utterly annihilated? Well, Wiz, sometimes these things happen. That happens when you decide to win several games in a row. Now, Holland right now is going for a fold. There is a Ming army here. Ming is trying to take Holstein. That's different. That's definitely very different. So, yeah, looks like Ming is trying to take Holstein. That's a very interesting development, to say the least, as the mighty forces of the Empire of Ming has decided to descend upon Danish ground, or German, depending on your national priorities. Anyway, the Netherlands are just continuously building workshops like crazy. We take a look here at their building setup. Right now, they're building pretty much tons and tons and tons of workshops in the southern territories, trying to get it to increase their production of goods. There's no counting houses everywhere, but you can count on it. Counting houses, count on it. That they'll be trying to build those all over the place as well. Spy agencies are pretty much everywhere. They've got their royal palace, which is quite useful. They've got they don't have a custom house anywhere, so they may be looking at actually building a couple of those at some point. They got a couple of post offices, which will increase the local trade power as well as their pretty much their local trade power. A couple of arsenals here in Friesland. For those people that don't know, I'm in Crusader Kings. I'm the mayor of the capital of Friesland. Yes, that's right, in a 1066 start. Don't try to murder me too much. Anyway, going back towards the chat, see what you guys actually doing. But yeah, if Ming does not get that province, then I will be very, very, very disappointed. Because A, it's Ming in Denmark. B, it is Johan's 20th anniversary. So yeah, that'd be cool. That would definitely be cool if they can manage to get that together. So, yeah, I'm all for that. Anyway, getting back towards the game. Right now, workshops being built everywhere by the Netherlands. Let's actually go over our guys. Karsten, our QA director, just sitting down here towards Portugal. Can't really do anything at the moment, just because he doesn't want to be engaged in this war. Just chilling out, getting an absolutely metric ton of manpower. And also getting a nice technology boost. Currently, technology 23. If you take a look here at the Spanish, there is a similar tech level as well. Got a lot here in Poland. A little bit smaller, but still pretty impressive. Then Goose Creature coming out here as the Japanese. Is he actually westernized? Yes, he is. And he is a emperor, kind of a Western monarchy here in Japan with tech level 22. So he's nicely caught up here against the Malayan onslaught. Actually, there's a couple of Japanese peasants down there that are trying to take him out. But yeah, he's pretty much wedged in between Siberian Malaya. I guess there is something I have. That's probably a combination of words you've never heard in your life. Hold on, I need to turn off my Steam overlay again because it's automatically turned on again. I really hate this. It's really annoying. It's one of the more annoying things when it comes to towards Steam. So let me just quickly change that. There we go. So we can actually go back. Still, they're currently at prestige -24. They've got some decent power projection. Not really going to get all that much impact. They're currently actually not at war with anybody. Could potentially go to war with Malaya, but why would they? They've got a couple of territories. I think they actually westernized. No, they actually westernized off Portugal down here. Anyway, moving on towards Green Gratis, our brand manager for PDS. Actually, playing out here is Malaya. Originally starting out as either Brunei or Aceh. Not entirely sure what he originally was. I can actually go and take a look. Brunei, yeah, he was originally as Brunei, and starting out there as well. It's doing quite nicely, having pretty much all the trade in this particular area, doing really, really well. A couple of Danish traders there that are getting a little bit of impact, but overall he's getting everything in the Malacca as well as the Philippines. So getting a lot of trade here that is going to be really, really useful for them. And he has his clone. What the hell is this? I am actually blinking, making sure that what I'm seeing is correct, because there appears to be a Muscovian colonial nation in Australia. I would like to point out that Muscovy is a slightly stranger shape than usual, taking up most of the yeah, I see. That is I see. Muscovy has exactly 2 provinces on the Persian Gulf, because that is now a thing. Denmark is there as well, by the way. Denmark's down here too. Yeah, they like to hang out in, in India. But yeah, Muscovy in Australia. It is now, a fact. Going back over towards Denmark. Looks like Ming is still managing to take this out, but there are Bremian nationalists here that are going to be able to take down this defense, and it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any Ming territory in Holstein if these nationalists manage to win. Maybe seeing this Dutch army taking out this this rebel army down here. Probably, yeah, it looks like we're going to be seeing this fight. All this artillery in the back, that's a lot of fire to be putting down. That's all destroyed. Some more Bremian nationalists. It may seem that it may actually look like we are going to see a Ming Holstein. Let's take a look. Could they force it? Oh, they could totally do it. As well as Skåne. So they could, in theory, totally take these territories. They need a little bit more war score, though. They need to start occupying more territories. Does Ming have access? No, it's not giving any access to Ming. But if Ming can manage to take this territory up here, then we could actually be seeing a Holsteinian Ming or Ming Holstein at some point. That'd be actually kind of entertaining. Great call. Meanwhile, yeah, it looks like he's put on a white pin suit because yeah, that doesn't look all too good. Completely and utterly controlled here. He's only got 48,000 troops remaining here at the bottom in Sicily. They won't dare crossing into Sicily. It'd be very, very dangerous with 58,000 troops. This crossing right here is very, very dangerous to do so. But their war exhaustion is 20. They're gonna get stab hit at this rate. Willemsland, also being occupied by the Danes. That's pretty much the biggest chunk of war score here by the Danes. But it's almost zero. It's almost zero war score across the board. It has almost no impact whatsoever on this war's on the war score of Denmark. All this territory occupied, literally nothing. As the Dutch are just holding back with their the new Netherlands is really just holding back, and while this happens, they won't be able to get any money out of it. But still, it's not like Netherlands needs any additional income right now. Almost at 300 with plus 105 a month. It's completely batshit insane how much money they're making right